our next.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Welcome to the Too Much Moxie podcast. I am your humble host, Too Much. With me today, y'all know who he is. Y'all see my co-host there, always working, making that money. Mr. Walt D, certified in a lot of things, but that's not important. Man, we're gonna have a great show for you today, man. We're gonna do another balloon pop show for you guys, man. The title of the show is "Modern Women Don't Want a Man of God." And you can see that we have a plethora full of modern women in this scene, a plethora, right? And modern women, they seem to make these decisions. Their decision. If I was a modern woman, I would think my decisions are gonna haunt me for the rest of my life. Think about that, ladies. You're suffering because of your decision making skills right now. The decision making of modern women is what makes modern women so harmful to themselves and eventually to society. Modern women don't want a man of God because a man of God is going to require things, and a modern woman wants to do the least amount of work and get the max amount of reward. So we're going to jump right into the show. This is another episode of the Too Much Moxie podcast. We'll be right back. Make sure you like and subscribe to the show, and we're going to jump right into our topic moving forward. So, Too Much Moxie podcast. Stay tuned, and we do a deep dive into why modern women don't want men of God. All right, well, D, before we get started, brother, I need you to say something just based off what you heard, based off the intro to the video. Let's get right into the topic. Why do you think it is that modern women don't choose men of God, or they get with the man of God and then they want to leave that man of God? Why is it that it seems to me that a lot of men who are God focused or God centered, they're not getting picked, they're not getting chosen, and if they are, these women are wanting to get out, they want to leave.
There was this guy. Remember, every time we on a podcast, on a show, or on a platform or anything, the modern women always lie and say, "Oh, if I had a good man, if I had a good God-fearing man, I would be good. If he was a good leader, I would submit to him, and all that kind of stuff." This is showing you right now that it doesn't matter if you're a good leader. It doesn't matter if you're a God-fearing man. If you're a decent guy, you're probably not going to be on the radar for a modern woman because a decent guy to a modern woman is undateable. He's not on their radar. They could try to lie all they want about the man that they want. Oh, I want this man. I want relationship goals. But when it comes down to it, this should show you that's one of the most top premier brothers. He's a military vet. He's God fearing. He has his stuff together, everything. Nothing wrong with the brother. But he got all the balloons popped. So that should tell you something about how the modern women lie about the man that they want and the man that they're going to stay with.
Facts, facts. I'm like this. It's like people like, what advice do you give your son in the environment that we live in today? What advice do you give your nephew in the environment that we live in today? What advice do you give a 35-year-old man who's seeking a wife, seeking a woman of value, seeking a woman that will help him secure his legacy and help him attain his purpose, right? What advice do you give this young unmarried man who desires to be married in today's dating market and climate? Did we lose? Did we lose Walt D? Okay, Walt D's out on that road, y'all. He's out on that road and he's working. So if we lose him, he'll come back. But yeah, I guess I got to answer that question. You know, and before I start to roll the tape on the video, so we can see more of the video, I just want to say that I'm gonna bring Walt down here a little bit. I'm gonna do it like this. Bring Walt down until he unfreezes. So to answer that question, right, I would say that it's very difficult. You know, I would tell that man, 35-year-old man, single, no children, desiring a family. I would say, how much emergency fund do you have? Do you have your finances in order? Because if you don't got your finances in order, if you don't have at least a 3, 6, 12-month emergency fund, don't do it. Don't do it. I would also tell that man, be careful when dealing with modern women. They're snakes and they're gators. Caution yourself when dealing with modern women. Seek a more traditional minded woman, a woman that brings culture, a woman that brings tradition, and a woman that brings a womb that hasn't been tampered with. And when you have those kind of standards, that kind of eliminates 80 to 90% of the women here in America. Okay. I don't know the exact numbers, but that definitely lowers their pool of women, because most women today are coming in with baggage, children, trauma, a culture that has no culture, right? A tradition that's long lost and forgotten and watered down, that she's making it up as she goes along. So there's nothing that she's bringing that child. Walt D is back. Walt D is back. There's nothing that she's bringing that child. So I would say get your finances in order, get you some income saved up, and when you're ready to have a family, fly overseas. Go to countries like East Africa. Go to countries like Colombia, South America. Eastern Europe, Southeast Asia, and find you a traditional woman. That's what I would tell these young men today. If you're 35, you have your finances in order, and you desire to have a family, I would say don't start here in America. Start overseas. Don't fish in murky waters. Fish in calmer waters. Now, I was asking uh, Walt D. I'm sure Walt D's out there working, brother. Brother's going through. He's driving state to state. Walt D, what advice would you give young men 35 years old who are ready to be married today? What advice? I mean, what advice would you give them?
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm out here freaking hot Arizona, and
Come on.
yeah, it's freaking 109. But anyway, though, I just tell them that we're at ground zero. We're at the time of zero tolerance right now, to where as soon as you identify that she's a modern woman, you have to pop the balloon on her in real life. Like in your head, if she displays more than, I would say 3 strikes in your head. If she has more than 2 or 3 traits of being a modern woman, pop that balloon in your head, move forward. You can even tell her. You can be real with her. You can say, hey, you have too many traits of a modern woman. Talk to me next time if you change your mind, or something like that. You can't tolerate it anymore, because it's so. the poison is so thick, the poison is so heavy now, to where if it gets to you, you're not even going to know what to do. So I would say get your passport. If you don't want to get your passport yet, go to some of these small towns, outskirts, and have your questions ready. Have your vetting ready. If she's too modern, pop that balloon in your head, because you're seeing it right here. They lie. I bet you if you talk to all of those women that popped that balloon on that man before this, I bet you if you talk, I bet money if you talk to them before this, they would have said, "Oh, I want this type of man. I want a God-fearing man. I want a man with intelligence. I want a man that has it all together." And they just proved to you right there that they don't.
That's exactly it. Modern women don't want God-fearing men, and that's a fact. That's a fact. Let's roll some of the tape on this brother. Let's see this brother walk the gauntlet and see why these women popped all their balloons for this brother. What do you think this brother did wrong that made these women want to pop the balloon? We're gonna figure it out. The choices of women today, the choices of, because these are all modern women. There's even one with a bad body lump. Okay, you know what that means, right? Bad body lumps, BBL. So we got a BBL, bad body lump woman in here, and we got a bunch of modern women in here. And we're going to see why these modern women will not choose this young man. Let's go through it.
Hello, if we can start off with your name and age.
My name is Jasmine. I'm 24.
Okay, and Jasmine, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I think you're very handsome,
Sure.
but it's just not really my type. But you're very handsome.
Okay.
And I love the words you spoke. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And so what makes him not really your type?
I think he's really handsome. I just think that,
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And he spoke beautiful words, and I love that, but it's just not really my, I think maybe the girl, maybe that.
Oh, I'm from Texas, so that's how we get down. So.
It's nice though.
Oh, I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Okay. And now, is she someone that's your type?
She's very beautiful. I don't really do a whole lot of approaching.
Okay.
So, not that I'm against it or anything like that, but she's definitely so very, very beautiful. So, absolutely.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
Let's go to our next lady. Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name is Alexis. I'm 24.
Hello.
And I popped my balloon because, like my sister said, you're very handsome. You're, very well put together. Thank you for your service, by the way.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you.
It's just not you're not bad looking. I'm just not attractive.
Okay, that's fine.
What made these women start drying up? What made this brother become unattractive? I want y'all to think about that. Y'all heard how the brother came up and introduced himself and said what he was. Now, this is a nice looking brother right here. Okay. I don't know if it's his height right now. I mean, it seems like he's taller than a lot of those women there. I don't know. But this is what I'm talking about when I say the decision making of modern women. It affects them differently than everybody else. If I was a modern woman, I would focus on making better decisions. I would not lean to my own understanding. I would even hope that someone would try to tell me what I need to do, because that's how toxic you are in your decision making. Both of these women, both of these sisters, these twins, they said a whole bunch of nothing. They pretty much said, "You're not my type," and they can't say anything else but I'm not feeling it. It's a feeling with these ladies. I'm just not feeling, the vibe isn't there, this mysterious connection. Wow. That's all I'm going to tell you right there. These women are ridiculous, and their decision making is their biggest hindrance. So to fix their decision making, why not just remove the ability for them to make decisions? Because obviously they don't know what they're doing. What do you say to that, Walt D? I'm just looking at this, man. The first two right off the bat, and then others, then the herd mentality start kicking in, and everybody start popping their balloon on this brother.
Oh, they know what they're doing. They just don't want to say it. Like that's why, because I'll put it this way. It could be Yeshua himself up there and they would pop the balloon on Yeshua. The reason why they would pop the balloon on Yeshua is because that lets you know modern women are not ready for the relationship that they say that they want, because Yeshua would cause them to be a better woman. Yeshua would cause them to have standards. Yeshua would cause them to have culture. Yeshua would cause them to have class. The modern woman is not ready for standards. The modern woman is not ready for order. She's not ready for culture. She's not ready for class. And they try to say, oh, well, I'm not really that religious and all that kind of stuff like that. But even if he wasn't religious, like let's say he just came up there speaking non-religious stuff, but saying that he had his stuff together, right? Like, this is the order I want, because we've seen it before in balloon pop. The guys say, "Oh, I like this standard. I want this order." What, they pop the balloon? So it doesn't have anything to do with religion. Well, it does. Religion is just but it's not religion. It's relationship. The relationship with Yeshua is the icing on the cake. He's not even a fake. He's not even faking it. He's coming with real heartfelt. He's like, I'm not beating your head over you with it. He said, this is how I grew into being a man, and they can't even respect how he became a man. He's a Marine veteran. Do you know how good, you know how tough you got to be to get through the Marines and still be God fearing? He's not an alcoholic. It doesn't look like he has PTSD, right? So that's a big issue. Modern, and I'll say it right here. I don't care if I get in trouble or not. A lot of modern women and pretty much everybody on the panel is either a demon or a liar, and I'm
Come
not
on.
taking it.
Come on. I mean, that's the first two women are modern just by looks. Looks alone. Look at how they're dressed. All right. They're not covered up. Look how Arlette is dressed versus look how they're dressed. See, Arlette is still will be considered even though she's showing her shoulders, right? She's still considered conservative. But if you look at them, that's not very conservative, is what I'm saying their attire. So let's
Let,
get back.
let me ask
Go
you
ahead.
this real quick, just real quick. Let's say that was you, brother, and because I tell people, modern women will turn a decent man into a player quick. I bet you, if we rewinded time and had him come out and tell them what they wanted to hear, and he hit and quit, I bet you he would get the hit and quit, and they would be complaining about it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact. Man, listen, man. A lot of these, we're gonna come out with the t-shirt pump and dump. We're gonna come out with the t-shirt pump and dump. Because a lot of these women today, especially these modern women, that's what they present to men. They present to men as a pump and dump. They don't present to men they don't come in the wife energy. They come in the I just want to have fun energy. And when you come in the I just want to have fun energy, that's what dating is. Dating is sex. Let's keep it a buck. That's what dating is. Dating leads to sex. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. That's what it leads to. It's sex.
No lies detected.
Okay. Let me let this play some more, and then we're gonna wind down and come with the final thoughts. But we're gonna let this play out real quick. See them walk the gambit. We don't know if we're gonna see them walk the whole gambit. Y'all are gonna see that this brother is the women are ridiculous with their decision making. Watch this.
I actually like the girls here, brother.
Oh, I appreciate it. That's okay.
All right. So I know you said you don't do a lot of approaching, and they are sisters. So you said you.
Oh yeah, we definitely don't do that. I'm a man of God, so. Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't say you approach them both. I meant saying like they're twins.
Oh, okay, awesome, okay.
So I know you said she was, she's ridicule, all that stuff. So
Absolutely.
is she someone that you type as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Just wouldn't approach.
Okay. Thank you. Let's go to our next lady here. Your name and age.
Alaya, and I'm 25.
Right. And
Hello,
Alaya, why'd you end up
tattoos.
popping your balloon?
It's the water thing. I have a fear of the water. I can't swim to save my life, so that wouldn't be a good match for me.
I can't swim either, so.
You
I'm being
can't swim,
honest.
But you love the water. How
I
does
got a
that
life
work?
jacket. I'll stay with him. So I
Look
got
at
one for
that.
you too. I had one for you.
It was
Prepared.
that. You prepared. Yeah, but it was the water thing. I thought that was like a big thing for you. It was
So
like
get your
in your
back.
lifestyle, and I didn't want
If
to
it's
be,
just
you know.
if it's just the water thing, now that you realize he can't swim either, get your balloon back, lady, with the butterfly tattoo by your elbow. These are not modern women. I mean, these are not traditional women by any means or any standpoint. Let's get back to it.
Intruding on that.
Oh, I
let's just say.
appreciate that.
Mhm.
It's cool.
Okay. I mean, he said he can't swim. He got a life jacket for you.
I don't know, but it seemed like he want to do a lot of water activities, and I,
Lady, he didn't say he wanted to do a lot of water activities. Stop it. You're just too embarrassed to say this brother has standards, and I don't want to have to be on his program. That's what you said.
I don't think I can do it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So she's someone that's your type.
Yeah, she's very beautiful. I still wouldn't approach.
Okay.
I'm very particular.
Okay. Thank you. Let's go over here. Your name and age.
I'm Asia. I'm 25.
How you doing?
And Asia, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
No particular reason. It's just feel like not really my type.
Okay.
I love that what you were saying about the Lord, though, for sure.
For sure.
Resonate
For
with that.
sure. For sure.
Yeah.
I love what you're saying about the Lord, but it's just not for me. You know what I'm saying? I love that the Lord is for you, and I love that for you, but it's just not for me. I'm sorry. I just had to jump in right there.
Kind of makes him not really your type.
A little taller.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. We hear that sometimes. You know,
Exactly.
we can't change our height, so
Yeah.
it's all good.
Okay.
You know.
And how tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
It's not bad.
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
Okay.
It's all right.
And now she's someone that's your type.
She's very attractive. Still will not approach because I'm very particular. I know what I'm looking for.
All right. Thank you.
He knows
Let's
these
go
are
on
all
over
modern
here.
women.
Your name and age.
Princess, I'm 23.
Okay. And Princess.
Hello.
Princess, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I would say at first it was the whole cowboy thing, but I was like, that's not. But then the more I thought about it, I'm more so spiritual. I've been trying to figure out how I feel about religion. I grew up Christian and into that, but I've been figuring it out myself. So I feel like, I feel like you probably want someone who's already finding their self with God type deal.
Not necessarily. So I'm a Christian recording artist. I'm a Christian man. But my debut album is called Coming Into Faith. So it's telling my testimony.
Mhm.
I was still in the clubs. I was still drinking, smoking, partying. I faced death and stuff like that multiple times. So I don't, judge people where they are. We can grow together if that was going to be a thing. You know what I mean? I just wanted somebody who was willing,
Yeah, I
You don't
respect
have
that.
to be like on this high level, like
Right.
super like pasta and this and that. Like, no, absolutely not.
Okay, I feel that.
Hmm.
Thank you. Let's go on over here. Your name and age. And
Now they're approaching the BBL, the bad body lump. Now they're approaching the bad body lump. Okay, listen, y'all. You see, the decision making of these modern women is what's affecting them and taking them out. It's preventing them from finding a good man. You tell me this is not a good man here. I don't know his everyday life. I'm just saying, based off what he's saying, how he's carrying himself right now, what he's doing. You tell me why you would pass on this man. See, let me tell you who's not going to pass on this man. Brother, get your passport. Brother, don't fish over here, fish over there. All the good fish are over here, all the bad fish are over here. Don't fish here, fish over there. And this brother's will find him a wife in 2.5 seconds and get on about his business. Even at the young age of 26 years old, this brother is, he desires to be a husband. He desires to be a man of God, and he desires a woman that is traditional, right? He says this woman is not approachable. Yeah, because he knows he's particular, because he knows what he's looking for. These women all look like modern women. I'm not going to sit here and try to figure out which one is less of a modern woman than the rest of them. To me, snakes, gators. Snakes, gators. You know what that lets me know? All of them are going to try and bite me. That's a fact. They're going to try and bite me. It's not a matter of if, It's only a matter of when. So let's try to finish this up. If we don't finish it all the way up, I'll give my closing thoughts anyway. But let's get back to it and watch them walk the gambit. This is crazy. These women are ridiculous. Let's see what Bad Body Lump has to say to this brother. Let's go.
Why you ended up popping your balloon?
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm 25.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Them eyelashes are ridiculous, by the way.
You're really cute.
Them eyelashes are super, super ridiculous, by the way. Super, super ridiculous. A lot of these women eyelashes are super, super ridiculous. Hers is super, super ridiculous. She got a shiny forehead. She's wearing too much makeup. Bad body lump. Yes, that's what she is.
I'm just not a fan of piercings.
Oh, that's okay.
That's it. I mean, yeah, just piercings.
Oh, okay. I respect that.
And now she's someone that's your type?
She's very attractive. I know I'm saying a lot of the same things, but at the end of the day, I just still wouldn't approach. Not anything against you or anything. Like I said, I know what I'm looking for. So,
Respect.
But you are very beautiful. I want to let you know that.
Thank you.
For sure.
All right, let's go over here. Your name and age.
Look how respectful.
Hi,
Look how respectful this brother is being, man. She didn't like him because of the piercing. I'm trying to figure out, is the ear piercing? It is what it is. Because I guess I don't like these women with the piercing in their nose. So, and the 5,000 earrings up their earlobe. So I guess, yeah, it's not really the earrings though. It's more the trait that comes along with that, right?
Taylor, I'm 22.
Hello.
Hi. The reason I just feel like more like close friends. You know, you're attractive. I like it all, but
For sure.
yeah, I'm just getting like we can have like a real good bond. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can have a real good pump and dump session, and that's it. You can be my bestie, and I can be your friend. That's what she's saying. You can be my bestie. You can come over and hit it and dust the thing off real quick, and then I just don't want the standards that come with it. So she pretty much told on herself. She's a pump and dump, and even though she's the youngest, she's youngest one and young-minded. These are the type of women that just turn you off. That just turn you off. Walt D is back. Walt D is back. These are the type of women that's just going to turn you off. So let's finish it up, and we're gonna come up with the last the closing sessions of the show. But let's finish his walk of shame. I guess I don't know if it's his shame or their shame, but it's more their shame. Let's go.
On the same vibes.
Oh, I appreciate the friend. How she said we can be close friends and things like that. But I'm not looking for friends right now. I'm looking for love. Somebody to marry and cherish, and have kids with and stuff like that. So
Understandable.
Let's go on over here. Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
So my name is Paris. I'm 28. Hi. So I popped my balloon because I'm an ominous and I don't want it to get to a point where it's just like it becomes forceful in a situation. Like everything you list is cool. Like I'm like a person that I'm supportive of everything and everybody and whatever their journeys are. It's just that it's gonna always be an issue. Like in the future, like when are you going to, come back? And I kind of graduated from religion. So yeah.
Graduated from religion.
But you is handsome as fuck though. I ain't gonna lie. Okay.
I appreciate you. And you're very beautiful. I just wanted to say, from the bottom of my heart, God has saved me from a lot of things. Like I said, I faced death a lot of times, and he's the only one that brought me through. So I can sing. I have a gift to sing, and I'm very good at it. And so I gave it to the Lord, and he gave it back to me. And he said, go reach my people. I'm going to give you the message to convey. Now go convey. And I'm going to be an obedient child, and I'm going to do just that. So nothing or no one can detour me from that, but I do appreciate your honesty and being upfront with me. Absolutely. But that's just my calling, and I don't force that on anybody.
Understood.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's head back this way.
Okay.
So
let's just stop it right there, right? Let's just stop it right there. you know, we got to wrap things up. But I want y'all to see that this brother right here. Let me get this off the screen here. So let me do this real quick. Boom, and then boom, boom. There we go. We got our brother Walt D. So this brother was really cordial, really nice. He had restraint. He stood on business without being too overbearing with it. He was very polite to these women. And this is what I'm saying. You know, this is like if I had a daughter, right? What type of man would I want my daughter to marry, right? I would kind of, you know, like I don't know this brother. I would definitely do some more investigation on this brother and figure out if he is who he said he was. But let's just say all that's done. This is kind of the type of brother I would want for my daughter if I had one, right? But the problem sometimes is when the father presents the man to the daughter rejects him. And they go after these bad boys, these lover boys, these players, right? They go after these men who are not in a position necessarily, but they want to move something, if you know what I'm talking about. You know? So they go after the men that have low standards, willing to accept anything because they want to get what they want. But they don't want to accept the man who's with the standards, who's put together, who's telling you who he is up front. And the mindset, I think, if I'm being honest, I think the mindset is what keeps these women from attaining the goal. They have an adverse mindset. What do you think? I really think it's an adverse mindset. The feminist programming, the independent trope, it can't allow these women to receive what a good man has to offer. It can't allow a woman to trust in that because of the mindset of these women and the heavy propaganda and witchcraft that's going on. That's all that it has to.
Yeah, it's sad. You cannot call a man having standards abuse. You cannot call a man having standards oppression. But that's what they're doing nowadays. You can't believe a lot of these modern women. They'll get with a man like that and they'll say, "Oh, well, he abused me, he oppressed me," right? But then when you actually find out what's really going on, is that they just didn't want to get with the program. They didn't want stability. They, like I said before, a lot of them are demons and liars now.
Yes,
And
indeed.
and this brother right here, just imagine what this has done to his confidence. It's not like that. It's not like back in the day. Back in the day, they used to say, "Hey, you know, as a man, you're going to get rejected. Learn how to deal with rejection." But this isn't just rejection. This is, like you said, this is a whole mentality. This is a whole reprobate
Reprobate
mind.
mind. Yeah.
This isn't just pure rejection. So that's what we're dealing with. And I'll say this as the last thing. Now it's being recorded. Now these women have disqualified themselves probably pretty much for life because people are going to go back and say, "Whoa, wait a minute, you was on the balloon pop show. Oh, wait a minute, you popped your balloon for this guy and all these guys that's light." Because you got to remember, all you know how you have the sisterhood, you do have a brotherhood of men that's decent. They might not stick together like the sisterhood, but if they see that you treated another man like them, like that, and it's recorded, they're gonna be like, "No, no, I can't take my chances with you." So they're pretty much barred for life from a good relationship.
Yeah, and the brotherhood is strong, man. We're getting stronger. We're gaining more momentum. The brotherhood is coming together. The simps are always going to be the outliers, right? They're always going to be the one on the outside. So those are off-code brothers, and we don't rock with them anyway. But the brotherhood is intact. We give each other the truth. The sisterhood is the one that's lying to these women because they don't tell these women the truth. They tell these women how they feel, and then they project on these women, and they give them bad advice. Brotherhood does not give bad advice. We give sound, wise, wisdom, solutions to the brotherhood. We say, hey, this is what I know. This is what you need to know. We're very direct with the message, and it is what it is, man. At least the brotherhood, we're not lying to the brothers. We're not lying to the sisterhood. You got to check yourself, sisters. Y'all got to stop. Y'all got to fact check a lot of your information and stop going off emotion. You got to fact check all those information, because that information that you're feeding the younger generation of women, they know it's bullshit. Think about that. So, hey, great show. Another great show. Pop the balloon. We had to, thank you for bringing this to our attention, Waldy. We had to talk about this right here. I don't know how I missed this. This brother is, think Megan Good. Like, why are sisters why are Megan Good divorcing brothers like this and running to brothers who are not necessarily known as to be a man of God? It's the standards, right? It's the knowing that man's purpose is higher than your purpose, and his purpose is more godly approach than yours is, and you don't align with it. You align more with the man that's morals is not so in tune with God, that maybe he's learning God. You desire that man, but you don't want the man that says, hey, I know God, and this is how God wants me to move. You don't want that man. So it's just, I just think this episode proved that these modern women, they don't want God-fearing men. You say you do, but in reality, you really don't. Because when presented with one, you won't even choose them. You'll find ways to disqualify them before you qualify. I'll land it there. This has been another episode of the Too Much Moxie podcast. I am your humble host, Too Much. And y'all see my boy Walt D just signed out. Y'all just stay tuned. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the show. We appreciate you guys always checking in and rocking with us. And guess what, y'all? We are out. Peace.
Yeah, I feel like